What is up, guys? Finally, I'm back. Holy shit, this video has been plagued with technical difficulties and my incredible laziness on top of all of that. But finally, we're back and we are doing the Alliance Mission 15 for the... what is it? Fucking Excalibur? That's the one, the potato-looking thing. Even though they all kind of look like a potato. Talking about potatoes, we are playing the Churchill gun carrier. The Churchill game carrier, and of course the mission implies you need to get an ace tanker in any vehicle of Alliance or, well, America or Britain. And I figured what better way to do this mission than play a Churchill gun carrier in the middle of the fucking night, where you know your matchmaking always is gonna be fucked, and yeah, life is gonna be pretty fucking difficult. But at the same time, if there is a tank with a pathetic ace requirement, then it is the Churchill game carrier, the gun carrier. Absolutely abysmally awful tank. I don't know what the hell it's doing in this game. It's so miserably pathetic that it kind of hurts you on many levels to play this, but you know me. I enjoy suffering and pain, right? Haha. Anyways, we are playing on Mountain Pass, tier 8 game, of course, and we have deployed our Cannon of Doom, and the Stir Mill drives in front of me, so we are gonna redeploy our Cannon of Doom, and we do exactly that. And yeah, probably a bit too late for the party. All of the enemies have already left because this tank is painfully slow. And so I decide, you know what, let's fuck off. And the moment I decide that, the charioteer appears, and that actually hit the Stirrer Mill. I don't know how it's possible, but it did. I mean, somehow that happened. I don't know what the fuck, but you know, it's Churchill gun carrier. We just make things a bit more difficult as they were not difficult enough. Here, I apologize, a bit too late. It looked like he was gonna shoot me. Glad he didn't, because his gun would take most of my hit points away. So I do apologize, and yeah, that was quite unfortunate. Anyways, after that banger of a start, we are gonna speed this shit up. You can barely tell, but this is 300% speed now. You literally can barely tell. This tank is so miserable, but even in three times the speed, it looks fucking slow. That's pretty painful, right? Nobody really wants to see this thing drive too much, and you already had to suffer way more than you should watching a tank like this drive around. But hopefully 3 times speed, it's not that painful. I will skip part of this because I am literally gonna set up and camp, as it is kind of the only thing this tank is capable of doing. It pretty much sucks in every other way but sitting and camping and trying to get your shots on target. And yeah, we're gonna drive up this hill. I'm gonna skip a big part of the gameplay here. Now we're on the hill. We're losing 3-7 after that banger of a start. We're losing 3-7, believe it or not. Our Lava is a really bad player. Our South completely evaporated, but here comes our first actual victim from the enemy team, not just the Stirrer Mill, and we do clean him up. And if there's anything that is worse than playing the Churchill gun carrier, it's probably getting killed by the Churchill gun carrier. And we want to kill as many people as we can, of course, as you know, how else are we gonna get that ace? So here we are struggling for position together with our E25. He's probably quite upset that I'm even here and playing this game in this tank. I can't really blame him for it. This is a pretty pathetic tank to be playing. But anyways, now we're holding the north flank with binos. We still don't get full view range, which is obviously hilarious when you consider that D67 at tier 5 gets full view range, a turret, a better DPM gun depression, and all of the things, you know, that go along with it. But one thing this tank does have, it's a pretty decent gun for tier 6. I mean, obviously it's not anything too special, but it builds up damage quite nicely. The reload is pretty decent, and 280 alpha tier 6 is not something you can laugh at, but it is obviously not very impressive either. Meanwhile, our team is still crumbling. It's looking not too bad now with 7-11. The Scorpion, though, on full health coming in. It's a tier 7 TD, so he probably should have the advantage. He does go in full ham. And I do get 2 shots into his little tank, which puts him on rather low health. And now Charioteer, 390 alpha. I don't know what the fuck was he thinking. Probably that, you know, I'm a Churchill gun carrier player and that I'm not gonna shoot him. But unfortunately, he picked the wrong gun carrier to fuck with. So did this E25, and look at that. Suddenly, we are 9-1-1 on the scoreboard, and it doesn't even look that bad anymore. They still have an IS-3, and our love is bot quality, and they have 2 RD, so, you know, we're not winning this by any chance, but another kill by the HyperX, so we're definitely getting closer to winning this, and our love, though, not really much hope in that guy's ability to do anything, really. He's sitting in the open and getting RD'd and pushed by the IS-3, and he probably will have the HyperX flanking him sooner or later as well. And there he is. So the Liv is a one-shot. Hopefully he gets one shot in. The HyperX fucks that up. We double team him with the Liv, and now it is 3v4. So this is actually pretty sick. Again, IS-3 completely underestimating the power of the Churchill gun carrier, so we put one in there for free. And my team valiantly run away, which is actually not the worst thing they could be doing. If they take care of Artie and kill that Churchill, we might even be able to win this game. Who knows? If I can hold back this IS-3, the tier 8 heavy tank in my amazing tier 6 tank destroyer for long enough, we still might have a chance. Who knows? Yeah, the worst part about the Churchill gun carrier, the speed, whatever, there's slow TDs that aren't that bad. But the thing about this, obviously, the no armor policy is pretty bad. It's only really effective against HE, which comes in handy here and there, but not very much in particular. And obviously the biggest downside is how incredibly low the gun is mounted on the chassis, or the hull, or the superstructure, call it what you want. And that means that everybody can shoot you before you can see them. And here comes the IS-3, and this is not really the Churchill gun carrier comfort zone. Playing hull down against tier 8 heavy tanks that two-shot you is really not where you want to be finding yourself. We do get splashed by Artie, but it doesn't do any damage. As long as they don't hit me for enough to put me in one shot, it should be okay. The IS-3 is trying to be clever, trying to push into the cap circle, which might not actually been the worst idea. Because he can start the cap. Then again, if he puts himself too much into the open, I probably will be able to out-trade him quite handily at least 2 times, and then maybe the camo would help me. But anyways, he is pushing now, and we are fucked. The gun is mounted so low that he's gonna be able to shoot us probably before he can even spot him. So that's rather unfortunate. Luckily though, our teammates are pushing. And here comes the shot. The first shot, 351, low roll for the IS-3, but we do get the tracking shot in. And now I have to kind of gamble on the fact that I do have the reload on him, and I should have the reload on him. I'm not sure what he is thinking about the reloads, and I'm not sure what was he even thinking. I don't know why the fuck would you ever shoot HE at this. As I said, HE proof, and that's brings us the victory. I mean, these were pretty lucky shots for an IS-3. Both of them really on the top of my tank, and I guess I'm lucky he didn't actually pen my cupola with HE. But that was the game. The Churchill game carrier does it again. 1864 or 68 damage, 4 kills, 126 assisted. Ace tanker, 3230 experience with the double. 3 bonds, and that Halonen's medal I think is for killing higher tier plebs with your amazing Churchill gun carrier. So yeah, if you're struggling with the missions that require you to ace stuff, try bringing out the shittiest tank you know that you have, and maybe the ace requirements are going to be so miserably low that you'll be able to just wreck them up and get all those aces. I think I did this in like 3 or 4 hours. No, well, probably 3 hours. I got 3 aces in the Churchill gun carrier. Even with that team damage, that was still good enough. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it took so long, yeah, choppy gameplay as well, but 11 out of 11, that's how I would rate this game, and that's how many shots we hit, including the one on the friendly. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the replay cast, I guess, and I'll see you on the next one.